1 year ago, literally to the day, I showed up at my parents' house with my suitcase and knew that I was about to start a new chapter. My very serious relationship had ended, and I was in the thick of just starting to work for myself, and I had no idea what the future would entail. Fast forward to a year later, I feel like I am only now just getting started, and that is sort of the catalyst for this adventure, and that is the 52-week challenge. The last year of my life has been absolutely wild when it comes to building my business, networking with new people, doing things by myself. I went to Paris for a month by myself. I made entirely new friends. I started dating again. Like, it has been just the throes of building this life that I didn't even realize I had always dreamed of. And my number one regret is not having a log or behind the scenes look of like everything that was going on, because it was so much of this, and it was like, this is happening and then this thing. And I have little clips from a vertical standpoint because I obviously create for Instagram and TikTok, so my brain goes there, but I don't really have anything that's as thorough, casual, and TV show-esque of just like taking someone along for the ride of all of the things I'm working on, decisions I'm trying to make, things I'm trying to build, mistakes I'm making, all of that. And so that brings us to what you are watching right now. So I'm challenging myself to 52 videos over the course of this year. I want the majority of them to be vlogs, but they might also be like Q&As, or I don't know. We're leaving it open to interpretation. But I want to bring you along the process of building a portfolio career, a creative entrepreneur business, and just diving in. Anyway, it is Sunday. I don't know why the face track is. I'm still trying to figure out how to work this camera. Bear with me. I'm also not using a mic. Will I come to regret that? Potentially. This week is absolutely bananas. I really just need to kind of like lock in today and get ahead. I think one of my biggest things when I start to feel overwhelmed or when there's a lot going on is making sure that I have my content set up, my content strategy set up, so I know exactly what's going live when. The other things I want to work on today is deciding if I want to bring on management. So I took a call on Friday, and I will give you some of the like pros and cons or reasons why I'm considering. Cons are obviously like they take a percentage. It's typically about 20% of whatever you're gonna make just goes straight to your management. So it's like they take 20% and then you have to also take out taxes. So it's definitely a hit. And then I think for me personally, I love the concept of having like my management's email in my Instagram or in my TikTok, because that eliminates the need for me to communicate with them. However, I get a lot of event submissions sent via email. So those are some cons. I feel like the cons definitely don't potentially outweigh the pros. The pros are having someone to come in and negotiate and just get more money on my behalf. I will be honest, I think that I can be a little too nice and not view myself as like a business and not always really consider the value that I'm adding for brands. So I think it's helpful to have someone else just come in and be like, here's the money we want. I think that energetically takes a really long time for me because it's not something that I'm like super confident in, something that I'm super comfortable doing. So that emailing back and forth about payment and charging and like all of that is just another thing on my plate. Contracts, invoicing, like to have someone help deal with that. And finally, I think for me, I have a few potential like longer term partnerships coming up the pipeline, I guess in the pipeline. And I would love someone to be able to like look and be like, yes or no, and just get an outside perspective from someone who is in the industry and has insights. All in all, I think I'm gonna do it. My fatal flaw is like outsourcing and relying on others. And I think it'll be the reason why I can't, or I don't grow the business I want, is because I'm unable to do so. So I kind of need to kick that habit. And I feel like this is a perfect way to start because it's less the angle of like me hiring someone and more so the angle of like someone bringing me into their mix. Which reminds me, I need to work on something for a paid partnership for next weekend and potentially have to hire someone's help for that. Oh, you guys, you're getting the full experience. A little outfit change because I just finished the Talbot's stories. So this is actually like a Talbot's top. Even though they didn't particularly ask me to wear it for the Instagram stories, I needed this the last time when I went to the event. I just wanted to wear it because it's like one less issue, one less potential need for me to re-record something. So I put together those stories and I want to actually show you how I send approvals over to the brand because I feel like it's been working well for me. I want this face track to turn on. Oh, there we go. We're back in business. So I have been testing this out with clients thus far. Clients, I guess, partnerships that I'm working on. That's the right word. And I have gotten like no negative feedback. If anything, like it's been really streamlined and easy. So I want to share what I do. I run my entire life in Notion. That's how I build my content calendar. And I wanted a way to have everything in one place. So that way it's not like, well, I have my content calendar and then I have like what the clients want. And it's like, I keep calling them clients. I mean like what the brands want in two different places. So this is the solution I have been using. I basically make a page and I will pull it up. So obviously there is a page in the calendar for that specific brand's piece of content. And then I put all of the information in as I would normally do so. And then I push publish. So they're viewing a published version. I don't have to worry about permissions. I don't have to worry about who on their team they want to send it to. Like it is published to the web. So technically anyone can see it. I will show you what this looks like. For example, these are the stories that will have gone up way ahead of whenever this YouTube video is going live. So you can see this just says like Talbot story, and then I link all of the content here, and I know it's live because it has this like blue banner here. And then if I click view site, this is what it looks like on the client's end. So they'll click in and they will see everything like this. And it has worked so great so far. This was a big unlock. So definitely steal this. I love that it doesn't change anything in my process because every day I go to look at like what's on my content calendar and everything I need is in one place. So I think I'm gonna film the like what's happening this week next because I just need to get it done. I'm not gonna lie, it's like one of my least favorite things to film these days, but it's 3:32. I did not go to the gym. I started editing the podcast episode for this week. I did have a breakthrough because I've been wanting to launch a newsletter version of the weekly Roundup. And I've been going back and forth like, ugh, what do I call it? What do I call it? And I think I'm gonna call it the Roundup. The Roundup hits your inbox X time of day. I want to get the seeds planted for that. I want to get SOPs in place so that I can hopefully bring someone on to like help with the logistics of that, because I just think it's going to include like extraneous work that doesn't really need to be involved in the process. But I want to have a clear like outline of what's included in it so I know what the value add is. I mean, I think I'm gonna start it at like $5 or $8 a month, which to get like 8 newsletter roundups a month seems like basically like $1 each time. Happy Monday. I literally have to hop on a call in 1 minute, but I want this for the archives. I need to take a shower so bad. I am signing with management. I'm really excited to kick things off. I think it'll just be helpful. One more thing to take off of my plate and allow them to take care of a good portion of that so that I can focus on the next elements of the brand. I literally have to send this and hop on this call right now.
Hi, Madi.
Hi. I feel like oftentimes you can't even hear it with Google Meet, which is nice. I'm about to hop on a call about potentially a TV opportunity.
To really create this unique opportunity, it's kind of the first of its kind, and it bridges linear and digital media, which is, of course, our new program.
What a day. I've got a work dinner tonight. I am meeting up with one of the teams that I work with. I'm gonna go to that, and then I basically just have to come home and edit tomorrow's podcast or finish. I just hit the wall things got misaligned and I just don't have the energy, but I need to like summon the strength. So gotten to loop the management team in on some emails, and it has been so nice to be like, hey, can you deal with this? So that has been great. Good morning. It is Tuesday and it's already 9 o'clock. This morning I need to get some logistical things done, or things that I can't do on a train, because I'm about to head to New York for like 48 hours. I don't even think I'm there for 48 hours for a photo shoot for a client. I want to get, like, if I have to record a voiceover or anything where it's not like computer work, I want to get that done now so that way I can work on the train. I obviously need to pack, like, and then I kind of want to like just make sure my apartment is slightly clean, so when I come back it's not an absolute just tornado. So that's what I'm gonna do this morning, and then we will go from there. Bags are packed. I just called my Lyft. I'm gonna put my sneakers on and hope I have everything. I love these sneakers so much. They are the cool way, and I think my favorite part is the side says goal. Like, name something more Madi esque than that. I just got to my little room. This is cute. It's like a Sonder. I've never, it's like another building, but still. I'm disgustingly sweaty, but I need to get changed so I can go film on the Upper East Side. Outfit changed. Bring this. Let's do this. Oh, I missed that. We are back. I almost just said home, not home. Feels like home. It's home for tonight. Made a quick little stop to dig for dinner. That's like my favorite when I'm traveling meal. I never get it any other time. I need to eat. I'm starving, and I will probably turn something on because why not? Hopefully you can hear me. I have the AC pumping because I've been sweating. This was incredible. Very much hit the spot. I'm gonna pull out my laptop, get a few work things going, and I was gonna put something on, but I don't know how to get this TV to work, so honestly probably will call it a pretty early night because I've got to be up and on set early in the... Oh, just shut up. I've got to be up and to set pretty early in the morning, so it's not even 8 o'clock and I'm like, could go to sleep right now. We've got a very busy day today. I mean, busy in that just like we're gonna be on set for almost like 12 hours. And then I need to like pack everything because my train is at 7 in the morning tomorrow. I'm gonna pack my bag, make sure I've got all of the filming equipment I need. And then I'm on coffee duty because I'm going with the social media manager to the set. Like, she's gonna come pick me up. And I was like, I will get us coffee because I will need coffee. So if you need it, I got you. Here we go. My backpack weighs quite literally like 7 million pounds. I have so much stuff in here, but I'm gonna head out, go to the shoot. I don't think I'm actually gonna bring this camera because I've got 2 phones on me already, and I think that should cover it. And I'm not gonna be able to do like talking head because I can't show anything from the set. So I'll just film a few things on my phone and then we can recap tonight. It is 8:08. I just walked through the door, game plan for the night, obtain some food, come back, get into cozies, enjoy said food, shower, pack, because we have I think my train is at, oh, it's 7:41. Okay, it's later than I thought. Cool. Good morning. It is 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm headed to the train. I was not joking when I said this was a quick trip. I desperately need some coffee, so I'm gonna get to the train, or I'm gonna get to Moynihan, grab coffee, get situated. I probably will I'm just gonna subway there, kind of like write out what needs to be done on the train, because I feel like I have so much catching up to do from yesterday. Really quickly, I wanted to have a full circle moment. So I got a time-sensitive offer when it came to content creation or paid partnerships into my inbox like Tuesday. I roped in my management team, and then yesterday they were like dealing with all the logistics, going back and forth with the brand and giving them like good numbers, and I immediately thought to myself, it has already been worth the potential loss of what I'd be making, because I am oftentimes my biggest bottleneck. I don't even know if what I just said was coherent, but we gotta go to the train. $12:52. I have a call at 11. I'm wearing these glasses to hide the fact that I'm so tired and really want another cup of coffee. I'm going to town on these carrots, and basically this is a call with a founder friend I have who is going to kind of walk me through how I might potentially use his platform to build the Roundup, which is like a paid version of the weekly and weekend Roundup. Right now I'm thinking of doing it on Substack, but he wanted to He wanted to walk me through what it might be like to use his platform.
Or you could use the API and just collect phone and email. Like we even have, like, the API is pretty fleshed out.
I think it like really makes sense. I think I'm sold. If my hair is any indication of how today's going, then yay. But it is like almost 4 o'clock. That call was so good. I probably put in like an audio clip, I think that's what I filmed, of the conversation, but essentially I think I'm gonna scratch the whole Substack idea and instead do the newsletter. I think it can still be called the newsletter if it's going out via text. To text. I'll go into more of it later, but right now we are headed to Central Square for yoga. Down Under Yoga is opening a new location in Central Square, and today is like an invite class. So I'm very excited to go and check it out. I've actually never been to any of their classes, but we're gonna go there. I'm gonna bike, which I'm very excited about. But then we're gonna come back and do more things on the to-do list. But I do feel like that call got me more inspired about like what I can build this into, because I was feeling a little, not uninspired or burnt out, I was just kind of feeling like indifferent about it becoming an email. And now I'm feeling more jazzed about what's to come. So, oh my God, this is the week that feels like it's never ending. I'm quickly going to grab coffee with a friend because it's her birthday. I'm gonna come back. I have a call with a potential brand partnership and my management team. Then I need to go over to Copley Square, get some content for tomorrow. I have a paid partnership that I'm working on, and I hired someone to help me create it in real time because I will be gone. And then I need to head out to Long Island for my brother's triathlon tomorrow. So never a dull moment, never a dull moment. Yay! I'm about to hop on in like 14 minutes, a call with a potential brand partnership and my management. I haven't talked about it. Oh, we can talk about that really quickly right now. So literally signed to work with them on Monday. Tuesday, I feel like I can't take my hair seriously in this video. Okay, that's maybe a little better. Tuesday, I got an email about like a time-sensitive opportunity. They wanted all of the details. They had questions, like all of these things. Tuesday, I was traveling to New York, and then Wednesday, I was literally on set from 7:45 to 7 p.m. Like not in a place where I could be thinking about pricing, thinking about exclusivity, like all of that. And it was so nice to be able to just like let them know, hey, I'm really interested in this opportunity. Like this sounds really cool. And then them take it off of my plate and just deal with the communication. And their numbers were substantially higher than what I've currently been charging, which is a rude awakening, but very good sign and helpful. So anyway, I have this call. And then after that, I'm going to finish a video for a different paid partnership, send that off. and then get on the road to go to Long Island because my brother is doing a triathlon this weekend. I don't know if I've talked about that at this point in this vlog, but I might take you along. Maybe I'll probably take you along because, well, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna prep for this call. Okay, Ian's doing his thing. A man in his element. That hat is awesome. My neighbors are playing music. It's incredibly loud and I'm hoping you can't hear it, but it's fine. I thought the vlogs would start on Sundays, but I actually think that this one I'm going to recap a little bit and then I kind of just need to hunker down for the day. Friday, I drove to Long Island. I think I left Boston around like 12:30-ish. Took me a good 7 hours when it should have been less than 4. So that was awesome. I got in to Long Island, basically saw my brother, we hung out, and then we all went to bed because we were up at 4:30 a.m. yesterday for my brother's triathlon. Went, cheered him on. I'll put a few clips here. He absolutely crushed it. Like, it was so cool to watch. And then he finished and I quite literally got back in the car because I knew I had a 5-ish hour drive ahead of me. So I drove back to Boston yesterday, late afternoon, evening, got into Boston around, I think like 7:30. And then I literally went to bed at 8:30. I was so tired. I was exhausted. So the name of the game today is to finish this little clip talking about the week and then really focus on the few things I need to get done because I head to Nashville tomorrow morning. I'm going to New York and then Nashville. I have a connecting flight that stops in New York. It's wild. I do have moments where I feel overwhelmed, but then I'm also reminded of the fact that this is the life that I dreamed of. Like, I basically get to live my dream life. So we're going to keep that front of mind. So today I have content things that I want to get finished because filming in Nashville could be a little weird. I obviously need to pack. I want to clean my apartment so that when I come back on Friday, I love myself because every time I do that, I'm so grateful. So I'm definitely going to do that. And then try to get to bed at a reasonable hour. I do think I'm going to run to Madewell today because they're doing a 30% off insider sale and I do want to get new shoes. So randomly gonna go there. But other than that, it's really not gonna be an exciting day. I feel like I didn't have a great through line in this first vlog, but I'm trying to remind myself it's going to get better with time. And I think also it's really helpful as I'm editing to note and be like, damn, your schedule is all over the place. Where can I streamline and how can I set up better systems and processes to get things done? So that's going to be the name of the game. But next week, obviously, will be a very fun video because it's Nashville and I am like 2 weeks out from launching a whole new vertical of my business. And you are coming along for it all. So stay tuned. Please subscribe if you want to follow this journey. Your feedback and comments are always welcome. I love hearing your thoughts, or if you have suggestions or things you want to see or things you want me to dive deeper into, I'm more than happy to do that. But that wraps up week 1.